Once again, it's a Sunday and the Gladiators are ready for the 1023rd Formula One World Championship Grand Prix, which happens to be round 5 in 2020 and happens to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Formula One World Championship, born here at Silverstone in 1950. The pits and the paddocks were in a much different place back then. They were in between Woodcote and Luffield. 775 drivers, 170 constructors, all pursuing the glory of becoming world champion. 39 different nationalities have raced behind the wheel of a Formula One car since that very first race. 63 different championship leaders, 33 world champions, and there are some gracing the walls here at Silverstone. Hunt, Mansell, Hamilton, Button as well. Michael Schumacher with 7 world championships leads them all. Can Lewis Hamilton equal that in this 2020 season? That's the old track. Back in 1950 there was no Ferrari that weekend, it was the Alphas that put on a show. Dr. Giuseppe Farina going on to win that first Grand Prix. In the 1960s, Jim Clark was one of the drivers that dominated. Here he is winning the second of his 5 British Grand Prix. Frank Williams, the longest serving continuous Formula One team principal, 10 years after his debut, he won for the first time. Clay Regazzoni here at Silverstone, and it's Williams again in 1987. Nigel Mansell overtaking Nelson Piquet on his way to victory. Let's have another Williams, shall we? This time Alain Prost trying to go around the inside at Copse and overtake Ayrton Senna on his way to victory in 1993. And in 2008 the rains came down and Lewis Hamilton produced one of his most glorious wins in Formula One. 2010s have been about Sebastian Vettel and have been about Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton. Crowd surfing above the fans, surfing above the competition. Mercedes on pole once again here at Silverstone. 2 DRS zones, a maximum speed of 209 miles an hour, and the tyres, well, these look a little similar to the tyres from 1950, but they do produce an awful lot better than we had back then. 0.6 of a second slower than medium, 1.3 seconds a lap slower on the hard, but it could be a very good race tyre. Here's the starting grid then. Valtteri Bottas for Mercedes, 13th career pole. It's a 67th front row lockout for the Brackley-based team. Nico Hülkenberg, his highest grid spot since Austria 2016, alongside Max Verstappen on row 2. Daniel Ricciardo matches Renault's best qualifying this year. He has Lance Stroll for company in 6th. And 7th, Pierre Gasly matching AlphaTauri's best qualifying of the season, alongside Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. Alex Albon starts 9th alongside Lando Norris, top 10 for the 12th consecutive race. And Sebastian Vettel, second time he started 11th this season, has Carlos Sainz for company, first McLaren outside the top 10 this year. Romain Grosjean starts 13th, that's the highest grid spot for a Haas. Esteban Ocon got a 3-place grid penalty. He starts ahead of George Russell in 15th, who he blocked in qualifying, and Danny Kvyat in 16th. Kevin Magnussen for Haas is alongside Nicholas Latifi for Williams, and the Alphas, who were 1, 2, 3, 4 on the front of the grid in 1950, are at the back for this one. Giovinazzi